Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about the new $1,200 Yu-Gi-Oh card. This is the new Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game Masterpiece Series Platinum Blue Eyes White Dragon. They may come out with more in the future. Heck, OCG has had a lot of these huge, big promotional cards that are hundreds and sometimes even worth thousands of dollars as a collectible item. Now, a lot of people are upset about this, and a lot of people want to know, hey, did you get one? What are your thoughts on this? So let's go ahead and have a discussion. But first, let's explain what the heck this, collectible item is, and, have a little short discussion on why some people are kind of really upset about this. So basically, they listed it. Right now, it's completely out of stock. It was listed at €1,000. So for conversion of it, for the title of the video, most of you guys that are watching this are probably from the United States, at least according to my YouTube analytics, but it's a $1,200 Yu-Gi-Oh card. Now, it is a collectible card, so keep that in mind as well. This Blue Eyes White Dragon has no special effect. It's not like a pay-to-win. It is just a cosmetic collectible. Now, people are relisting this, and this is probably the easiest like 5K people could have made. A lot of people are showing off different listings over on different websites. This is, I believe, eBay over here. A lot of people are upset that people are scalping it, meaning that people are buying these up and then reselling them on other websites or whatever the case may be. But that's to be expected. I'm sure a lot of you guys that have been, playing video games, if you're looking to buy a graphics card or some PC parts, yeah, it's difficult. Or even getting like a PS5 or the new Xbox, people are just reselling it online. That is kind of to be expected. I was actually recently just checking up on the eBay prices, and they are actually going for a lot of money. Remember, these were purchased for $1,200. A lot of listings, the lowest one I've seen was $4,000, but we also have a bunch of ones that are listing at $5,000 plus, $6,000 plus. And I decided to go into the completed listings because this is kind of what matters the most. You can list something on eBay for $500,000. It doesn't mean someone's gonna buy it, but there's multiple listings at like $7,000 and $6,000 for like a good reference here. As in like what these are actually going for. You can see someone's basically selling it for $7K. Here's another $7K, but it says best offer accepted. We don't know the exact number on this, but I'm guessing it's within ballpark of $7,000. Otherwise, people wouldn't actually list it. So basically, people are profiting about $5,000 from this new Masterpiece Series Platinum Blue Eyes White Dragon. And keep in mind that these are just a collectible. So for a lot of people to be upset that, scalpers exist, they want people to purchase these at, let's say, Yu-Gi-Oh event, but then there's the problem of I can't attend this event, traveling, and on top of that, it just causes other problems still at the end of the day. You can bring your little brother, you can bring your mother if it's like limit purchase one only. People will find other ways to purchase multiple copies of things. There's bots nowadays with purchasing anything online when there's like a sale that happens at a very specific time. People will use bots. They will just have it automatically being put in. But there's also a lot of people that are upset with this because people were saying that people could not actually complete their purchase because their credit card, and it was an EU region thing. I don't know. At the end of the day, for me, the way I see it is it's just a cosmetic item. And for me, it's a collector's item. I expect people to purchase these at the, MSRP and then resell it at a higher price. Is it the right thing to do? I mean, yeah, of course, it's better if the actual collector that wants to keep these items is going to hold it on, even for the people that don't want to sell them, because if people are collectors, usually they will hold on to items. This actually increases the value as there are going to be less in circulation, less listings, and it basically makes things even more rare. And it's kind of better in a sense because the people that wanted it got it for, themselves versus just trying to make a quick buck. But I really don't see a problem with this because it just happens with everything. And on top of this, this is a collector's item versus like a computer graphics card or a console where, if people want to play the games, they just can't do it because they don't have like the actual console. If you want to play Blue Eyes White Dragon, you could go and buy a Blue Eyes White Dragon for like 25 cents, okay? So that's the way I personally see it. And I'm curious to know how you guys feel about it as well. But I also come from a different time period in Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe you guys just recently picked up the game within the past couple of months, but you actually have to realize that there were cards back in the day that were huge in the game that were hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Those of you guys that are OG players, and just comment down below if you're an OG player, type in OG, because I'm curious to know how many of you guys still exist in the Yu-Gi-Oh space here, because there's a card called Crush Card Virus. This card 100% was just a game winner. Game winner, absolutely. Back when like Plague Spreader and Crow or Necro Guard, now these were splashing like every single deck because of Crush Card Virus. This card was so insanely good. Now it has been eroded. The old Crush Card Virus was absolutely amazing, where you would be able to tribute a monster, and then like your opponent loses everything, and then for the next 3 turns, it's just like you get to see their hand. It's like GG. This day and age in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's not that big of a deal, because the new effect, your opponent can destroy 3 monsters from their deck. Like it's so like nerfed. It's not even the same card. But this card, even when they reprinted it, it was several $100s in the gold series. Like this card was a game-winning card, and it was a prize card at one point worth hundreds and thousands of dollars at some points, you know, in time. But there was also other cards that were still like very expensive. Like, if you guys remember Dark End Dragon, this card was very important for several different decks. The reason why is at the time there was decks like Black Wings, there was decks like Light Sworn that would have Honest and Clue. Obviously, these don't matter for the most part in the game, but these were kind of barriers, right? Like, these cards were very expensive. Dark End was a lot cheaper than Crush Card, but it's because they just gave out a lot more of them. But then we look at like the Dark Lords, and like, those were not worth anything for the most part. And I see these as like a barrier to entry, like for some decks, they really need like that specific card. Or even more recently, right? Minerva. Minerva, this was a really good card in like Light Sworn or like Chaos Dragon variant Sworns. Or even if we go further, there was the Chaos Emperor Pendulum, right? This card was actually like a prize card, and this card was very expensive as well. And again, it still comes down to like people couldn't play it. But the way I see it, for the people that are complaining about this, I understand it's a collector's item, it'd be cool to have. I have expensive Yu-Gi-Oh cards too. For any of you guys that know Yu-Gi-Oh, the DDS Blue Eyes in good condition, which this one is in really good condition, I'm guessing at least a PSA 8 or 9 here, maybe even a 10, but like I have expensive Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I don't really mind holding on to them for like collector's values, and if I decide to sell it, yeah, it could be worth hundreds and thousands of dollars, but at the same time, you can play Blue Eyes. You don't have to buy that one to play the deck unless you're like, I'm a baller. And like, the craziest thing is, what if someone actually played with this? I thought about it at the end of the day. I thought about it because my friend was telling me that, yo, I gotta stay up. I'm waiting to buy this card. And, you know, I was just like, it's okay. It was like $1,000. If it was like 100, I probably would have stayed up because I'm like, it's kind of a cool collector's. But like, if I would have known that they were selling for 5K, man, I probably would have said, you know what, sleep can wait because this is just such a good investment. You know, even if I just wanted to just flip it for a quick buck. Although I think that a lot of people are upset for lots of different reasons. And I'm curious to know, from my viewers' perspectives, do you guys even really care about this? It's a huge deal, though. This is probably one of the most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh things that we've gotten in the TCG. OCG has gotten a lot of these cool things, and knowing that it's sold out completely, they're probably going to do more of these. So I wouldn't be worried too much about it if you're like a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. You just wanted to be a collector. I'm sure they'll make a Blue Eyes. I'm sure that I'm sure they'll make a Dark Magician. I mean, for me, if they make a Beaver Warrior, I'll definitely be up for that one. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter too much to me. I'm not upset, and I expect people to sell these things online. But that's just my perspective, as a lot of you guys wondering, hey, did you get one, or what are your thoughts on it? The answer is I did not get one, and nor do I think it's that big of a deal for people that do want to play this, because again, I grew up in a different era of Yu-Gi-Oh where we had actual cards that if you wanted to play, they were thousands and hundreds of dollars, and if you didn't have them, some decks would not be able to be playable. That's just the way it is. It's unfortunate, but this one, on the other hand, is just a collector's items. But there we go. There's a short little discussion and my thoughts on it. You guys can let me know yours down below. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And if there is another Yu-Gi-Oh card, I'll try to announce it earlier. This one was kind of just like thrown out there because they said that there's something was going to be on sale, and then it was just like, hey, here it is, and then it was just out of stock really, really fast. So if there is one in the future and you are new here, I'll try to cover it, as I think it's an interesting topic of the, very expensive cards, and like, what are your guys' thoughts on it as well. But if you guys want to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh stuff when they announce cool stuff and you're new here, subscribe and turn on that bell, and you'll definitely see more very soon. But take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next vid. Peace.